So this is the initial removal process I did. You can see up under here you have a pin here, so you got to take that pin out. I just grabbed it with a pair of channel locks and eased it out. And then this pin I had to push out. After you have the one pin out, I took a punch and I pushed it out from this side. Came out pretty smooth, so that allowed this piece to drop down. And then I had to take this screw out right here for the wire, and then these two screws out here for the wire. So that allowed this wire to come, and when this does drop down, it allows this whole piece to come backwards. So this is the actual finished product, but I just wanted to point out those now that it's daylight. Pieces you had to take off. And you see it's working. Okay, this is a video how to take the tilt and trim unit off, or tilt and trim seals, how to replace them on your Mercury Outboard. You can see there's a tilt and trim unit. It's hanging there. And then I'm going to walk through the steps I got to this point. So normally this is up there, and it goes inside your hole here. It goes inside there. Your tilt and trim unit right there will go up there. What I've done thus far is right on the back side of here, there's a little pin. This little pin goes through right there, and that pin goes through your rod here, and that holds your unit in there. So you start by taking that pin out. Once the pin's out, then all I did was take a rod and punch that through. You can see it's still hanging out the other side. It's actually a straight tire iron. Punched it through the hole, that came out. So that allowed me to get this down enough where I could get some needle nose pliers. What I used right here, and I took the spanner top off. See, there's an O-ring there that I'm going to replace right here, and then I got to get this unit off. There's a couple O-rings inside there. So in order to get to this point, I had to take off the two screws that held the wire on right here and right there. That allowed me to get a little bit more room on this wire. My tilt and trim unit, and then on the tilt and trim unit I was able to drop it down far enough. What I'm going to do now is take this out the rest of the way. Just spin this and kind of keep working it out. It's got some seals on it, so it's a little hard. And there it comes the rest of the way. There's my other two seals. So that seal there, and that seal there. And I think that's it. But I'm going to go get the seals now, and I'll be back. Okay, so show you what's going on here. When I took this out, so I took the rod off, this part that has the ram on it, that's the pin where that goes through. But when I took it off, there's another piece in there. There's three seals that could be replaced. That one that goes in there, that one that goes on there, and then the little ram sits inside there deep, but I couldn't get this piece out. So what I had to do is I did leave the power connected while I'm doing this. So I just hit up ever so gently, up enough, built up enough pressure. Be careful, but it was enough where it popped it out. Most of the fluid was out of it already. So here's my third O-ring that I have to replace, and it's on this little ram here. So those are the three O-rings. I'm going to put those in, put it back in, and I'll videotape going back together. Thank you. So these are the three pieces here. You have the ram, you have the piston that goes below the ram, and then you have those two old rings. Those happen to be the old ones. But how this goes back in, this piece goes in first. This piece, you can see the new O-ring on it, goes in second. Sits like so, and then there's also a new O-ring on the top of this piece right here. So 1, 2, and 3. So those two are your bottom seals. This one's your top seal. All that will go back inside the ram over there. and then we'll tighten it down with the spanner tool. I forgot to mention, these are the part numbers. So that's for the 3-piece O-ring seal. And then comes with, or I also got a new plug. That plug actually was updated. So I'm thinking the water actually might have been coming in through my plug, but either way, putting all new seals in the rams. I got the new plug. You can see my old plug was black, this plug is yellow, and a little bit different design, so we'll see how that works out. So a couple tricks to getting this in. First, that screw inside there, had to take that out. Then I also took out the drain cap. Putting those pieces in when you're trying to get that ram, that bottom piece that doesn't come out easily, put those pieces in and then run the motor up lightly. That to get that bottom piece out, that's what I did. To get that bottom piece in, take out that one inside there and take out your drain plug here, put the ram in it like this, put the bottom piece in, so it's just sitting right here. Be careful it'll fall out. And then put your ram in it. Then I just lightly tapped on the end here with the hammer till I got it all to go in there. So now I can get on this spanner nut, tighten that down, and just put it all back together. Pretty easy process. I think I'm going to stop at this point, but that will go inside up there. The little pin will go in the hole, and that's what holds it in there. And then put new fluid in it, run it up and down a few times with the cap off. This inside, that cap on, but your cap down here, run it up and down a few times with the cap off, and that's going to allow you to bleed the air out of the system. Put your nuts and bolts back in, and you're good to go.